This is a pretty nice looking dunk, but he didn't have, of course, the power going back. I think he might have got a little flustered with the miss and then the second try, and he just kind of went up there and didn't put a lot of thought into what he was going to do. As he gets a 45, Bob, not bad. That might help him get there.
That's a total of a 92-2. So thus far, from the three who have performed dunks here in this second round of the first round, Pippen leads with a 92-2, Chapman at a 92-1, and Battle at 85-3.
Got a good chance to maybe be right there in the fourth spot.
Well, he's averaged, what, 46.1 per dunk?
Or
that's
third
not
spot.
bad.
Yeah.
So,
third or fourth spot.
You know what amazes me about these guys? They go over and they're sitting there.
Dominique says this is how you drop it down below the knee and do the reverse jam. Dominique Wilkins, Cliff Levingston, his Atlanta teammate.
Bob, they go over there, and Rick, they go over and they sit down, and they wait, and they just sit there until it's their time to dunk. I would be so stiff trying to get up. These guys, you see them, they come right off and jump about 46 inches in the air. That's incredible.
I know. And you see Nico, of course, see the power he's got. There's the 2-foot, the plant, the clutch down low, same thing. Now, it's the same kind of a dunk that we saw Battle do, but it just looked a heck of a lot more impressive when Dominique did it.
Well, he certainly had more range on the length, the arc at which the ball traveled. That's Dominique will now have a score of 96-3 to move into first place.
48-2, I think, is too high for what he did on that dunk.
That's called reputation.
Yeah.
He brings that with him.
It's like the old gunslinger in the West.
Well, that'll happen when you get a subjective type of contest.
Well, as Reggie Miller said, that when the three-point shooting contest, Rick, that's something there is no judgment.
That's right.
You either do it or you don't. Here, you're putting it in 5 other people's hands, and you're hoping they like what they see.
Thompson's in third place going into this. Remember, he has used his replacement dunk. He did one day for the school children, the stay-in-school crowd that came here to watch practice, where he grabbed the side of the backboard up above the rubber protective molding and jammed it on a reverse from the other side,
This
which
is what
I liked.
This is what he might be looking to do right here. There you go, Coach. You call it.
There he did. He practiced that this morning. He didn't get his hands above the rubber molding, but only I know that. The judges weren't here to watch this morning.
Rick, I want to tell you something. I've only seen one guy be able to do this one dunk, and I'll tell you about it after Billy Thompson does this.
All right, we'll be waiting for the score from Billy Thompson, the local favorite from the Miami Heat. He dunked 2 balls on his first one, and this time from the baseline, he went down, grabbed the side of the backboard, and jammed it on the reverse. And let's go to Steve Jones.
Well, I'm over here in Dunkers heaven, really. These guys are over here having themselves a good time. They've changed their choices. I'm with Magic, Isaiah, Joe Dumars, and Clyde Drexler all down here. Magic, who is your favorite now? You changed on me.
I changed with every dunk. But like I said, Dominique had to be the favorite, and Kenny Walker. And I said also that the dark horse had to be the young fella from Seattle. He's
see how many choices he's given himself?
I don't know. I still say Dominique is the favorite, but I love them all. I'm about to watch Kenny Smith because he's going to do something unbelievable right here.
All right, you're Magic. He didn't let anybody else talk. Let's go back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Steve Jones, Magic Johnson. Personally, disappointed in the score. I think Thompson only got a 43-7 on that dunk we saw for a total of 91.4, which places him in 4th place right now. This is Kenny Smith.
Is this one, the 2-hand between the legs? I mean, 2-hand bounce between the legs and then get it off the backboard and dunk it? I've seen him do this. Look at this. This is spectacular. You bounce it between your legs, Rick, off the backboard, you turn and you dunk the ball. This is unbelievable.
Good horse shot. I do this in my backyard, so never lost a game.
Now that's, I mean, can you get as many of these as you want?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Good question. This one looks like a good one. Yes!
Now, see, that's good. That's big time right there.
That's creative. See, a lot of creativity, as David Robinson liked it, but he got a lot of opportunities to do it. He didn't have the power. Of course, he's only 6'3". Remember that, folks. But that still is very creative. A lot of high marks for creativity. Here we'll see it again.
Look at
Finally
this.
got it on the glass. Up, boom.
And then it's a 180.
It's still pretty darn good. I like it. Another angle.
Good replay.
Let me tell you something, guys. I was going to tell you about a dunk. Julius Erving, one day in practice in Philadelphia, we were having a dunking contest. Doc won the contest. He stood, if you see, he stood underneath the basket, out of bounds, underneath the basket, and jumped inbounds and dunked the basketball. And no one on the team could even come close. I asked Michael Jordan to try to do it one day, and he couldn't do it. I've never seen anybody do it.
Big score for Kenny Walker.
Kenny Walker comes up now with a total of
Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith, excuse me, Rick, I'll get to this stuff, with a 93, which places him in 2nd place.
That was great. Now Sean can't miss here. This is the big problem. He had 49 in that area. He's got to make this dunk.
Not as good as his first one.
Well, his timing wasn't good. The ball was there, and it didn't look as smooth.
Nope, but again, he was out there flying. He did throw it up in the air. You see how the crowd reacted to it. That could have an effect on the judges. Nowhere near as good as his first one. Here he goes. Now I see his running off, but underneath the arms, catches it, pumps it down, throws it in. But he had a lot of movement, a lot of action, and the crowd reacted to that. So we'll see what the judges come up with.
This is the first round, remember, and 4 of these 8 competitors will advance to the semifinals. The top 4 total scores, and that'll be a 98.2. So Kemp got a 49-1 and a 49-1.
I think the judges have fallen in love with Shawn Kemp, too. You know, he's the kind of kid, he's got that infectious smile. You can't help but like him, Rick. I know you do the Seattle games out there. You can't help but like him.
No, he really is a very nice young man.
Kenny Walker, the defending champion. Kenny had a 47 on his first dunk. Doug told you about his injury problems this year, particularly his lower back. The windmill reverse on the baseline by Kenny Skywalker.
Yeah, he gave it the big cup job. Again, tough to get a lot of power in that kind of a dunk, but certainly a good idea as he comes baseline. You see he's got it cupped in the right hand there, the one-leg takeoff from down underneath. Well, you have to have some good acrobatic and body control to do that.
You know, he's actually spinning the other way. Normally you would come around the other way. He's actually spinning, what is that, clockwise. That's a tough dunk.
Kenny Walker, the defending NBA Slam Dunk champion. My guess is we'll probably get enough points to advance to the round of 4. He gets a 48-2 on that for a total of 95-2. The semifinalists are Shawn Kemp of Seattle, Dominique Wilkins from Atlanta, Kenny Walker from the New York Knicks, and from Sacramento, Kenny Smith. Eliminated were Pippen, Chapman, Thompson, and Kenny Battle. And Shawn Kemp's first dunk.
Well, this was just awesome power that he threw that through. And I think, Rick, what are you going to give him credit with on the second one is he could not miss another one. And he came in here, and he's got the crowd turned on right now. They're in his corner, and if he can keep them in his side, he's going to really affect these judges.
Well, plus now in the next round, that one dunk doesn't matter that he missed that one dunk. He gets to start fresh over again, and it should be very interesting. Too bad again, I think, for Scottie Pippen though, with that dumb dunk he made. That was terrific from the foul line.
Kenny Walker missing on this one. Remember, there are 2 dunks in the first and second round. They'll get 3 in the final, and you can replace a dunk. He's going to do that here. The order in this one, there's who failed to advance. It'll be Walker, Wilkins, Kemp, and Smith. This is a replacement dunk for Skywalker.
But you see again, he get those legs flying, that cup job, and if you get the power with it, that just gets the fans really into it.
You got it. It's
He's the defending awesome champion. You got to knock him out, remember, too, to win against the defending champion.
Look at this. Look at this power. He spreads out. He's got his arms flying, legs flying, just all over everything. And he has a sense of where the basket is. You know, I mean, he's moving in the air, and he goes up and finishes that, Rick. I mean, he's looking at a moving target.
That's why he won last year, 49-5, Bob. Woo.
Kenny Walker with a 49-5.
Is that the highest, I think? Isn't it the highest, Bob, yet so far for anybody? The judges are getting warm, I think.
49-6 was the highest by Kenny Smith.
Okay. Well, here we go. Nick's going to have to come out with something out of the bag of tricks now. That puts a little heat on the rest of the competition.
Dominique Wilkins.
He doesn't waste any time, does he?
Boy, he had a bad toss.
That ball hit the shot clock.
We have a very expensive Luma camera right above that. I hope he doesn't get it. It's about 30 feet high. I don't think he'll hit it.
Well, Dominique, if misses this dunk, he's in trouble. He's got to make sure he gets this one down.
And that's what he did. He went conservative on that one.
Yeah, now that doesn't draw big numbers right there, unless it's just because of Dominique. And I'm not trying to come down on him, but that was a routine dunk.
Well, he did almost the same thing Kenny did, but what, he didn't cup it. He's going to go up. He'll go with 360. No cup, just held it up and throws it through. Kenny had a lot more flair on it with the cup and the power and all. Dominique certainly had some power on the dunk, but Walker's dunk was much more impressive and deserved the highest score, I would think.
Yes.
Walker got a 49-5. Let's see what Wilkins draws. There's a great view from the roof.
Power.
Dominique Wilkins scores 48
flat. for Dominique
Now,
Wilkins.
I think he really was fortunate to get a score that high.
I agree, Rick.
Now Sean Kemp from Seattle. Kemp has the most cumulative points coming into this semifinal round with 98.2. He had 249 ones in the first round. Two dunks in this round. Also, you get one replacement.
I love the way this kid walks around. You know, I think he's oblivious to there's any unique
Nothing
people
bothers
here.
him. No, he has a happy-go-lucky attitude. Just a nice young man.
Oh, here he comes.
All the way from the far corner with the dribble.
He pulled it back. Now, will that count?
He'll get a chance to do it again without it being a replacement dunk.
That is not considered to be a miss.
I don't know if he realizes you don't have to dribble the ball. Maybe he feels good